All right, social media, at The Sports Show, Facebook.com/The Sports Show, at Woody Paige, at Les Shapiro. Bring us your questions. Let's do 3 of them right now.
Great.
All right.
At the Sports Show from Mandco, that would be MPLUSCO. Maybe he has one of those warehouse box stores.
Could be.
The Sports Show. The Broncos record show they're unprepared in the playoffs under Fox and too tightly wound. What's different this year? Nothing. How's that for an answer?
Well, yeah, there are a lot of people out there who believe that one of the reasons Peyton Manning is 11-12 in the playoffs and has struggled in the postseason is because he is too tightly wound. We don't know if that. We'll see. We'll see soon enough. And as far as John Fox and his team being unprepared, you know what? They were unprepared going into the Super Bowl. They did not prepare for crowd noise, and they just looked like they weren't ready to adjust when Seattle did what it did defensively.
Yeah, that's the best point of all. Yeah, they had. I mean, you can catch John Fox on NFL going, "Oh, I never thought it'd be this loud for Seattle." Well, there's a guy who didn't quite get what was going on. Those of us that were in New York kind of knew that it was going to be a Seattle crowd.
Here's my guess. They'll be better prepared because John Elway will make sure they're better prepared.
He may
I believe that.
Himself
I believe he will involve himself.
Adam
yes.
Gase said
he was angry after that Super Bowl.
Adam Gase said to me he kept looking for what they could change to, and he said I blame myself for a lot of it because I couldn't find where we went.
Well, that's when a head coach has to step in sometimes.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, Mike Shanahan once told me a story that when Gary Kubiak was his offensive coordinator, Gary was calling the plays here. Gary had a bad series, and Mike said, "Gary, I'm taking over with the play calling right now." And Gary said, "Okay." Sometimes the head coach has to step in.
This is from TCO at the _color orange. The Sports Show, post Broncos, Les Shapiro, Woody Paige, got them all covered. Of these players, who do you think is inactive Sunday? This is a real interesting question. I mean, I don't go that deeply into things like that generally during the week. But Cornick, Clark, Thompson, Hillman, tight ends. Thompson is not going to be, or Hillman, inactive because I think that will be your 3 running backs.
Yeah, and CJ are the top 3 running backs, and you need 3.
Yeah, so that's not going to happen. Cornick, he played some in the last couple of games.
Yeah.
I think they need him as a backup offensive tackle. Clark, I think, could very well be inactive on Sunday. And the tight ends?
All the tight ends will be active.
Yeah.
They'll all be active because they've gone to a lot more 2 and 3 tight end packages on offense.
Well, there's 4, though. They brought on that guy late, and I don't even know who he
Jones. Dominique Jones or something like that?
So I think
do I have that name right? Dominique Jones?
The color orange makes a good point that with Virgil healthy, with Julius healthy, with Jacob Tammy there, it's quite possible they'll only go with 3 because they can move a Cornick outside when they go into the beast mode.
All right.
Buffalo package.
One more quick tweet. Let's do this. From the one Broncos fan. Can we talk about this reoccurring narrative that is damaged goods and can no longer throw the ball downfield? All right, he's referring to Peyton Manning. I don't know. He threw the ball downfield pretty well against Miami just a few weeks ago, didn't he? He had, I believe, 5 passes that went 25 yards or more that were completed.
But
you don't have to throw the ball 60 yards in this league. Most bombs are 40 and 45 yard completions.
Catch and runs.
Right. Yeah. Right. So you don't
except Joe Flacco in the Broncos playoff game.
Nobody's gonna
I think
compare John to Peyton to the strongest arms in the league, but you don't need to have the strongest arm in the league.
But I think that, to be fair, that I assume he meant the number 1 Broncos fan, not the one Broncos fan. But again, Peyton's legacy is going to be defined by another postseason.
Yeah.
And he hasn't played well in the second half of the season. So if he goes out there and does not play well against Colts, there are going to be other people that are going to say damaged goods.
Yeah.
So for us to sit here and say, how is he going to play? You said, well, how did he do against Miami? I can point 5 other games that he didn't do very good.
Well, but my point is he still has plenty of arm strength. Did he throw a couple of bad passes against Cincinnati? Yes.
Oh,
did the
ball
do
this year?
At the end, yes.
What's troubled me about him this year in terms of his passing is he's missing guys by 4 and 5 yards.
Yeah.
He didn't.
He's had some bad games. There's no doubt about it. All right, that's it for social media. We'll do a little bit more later in the show at The Sports Show if you want to talk to us.